Okay, everybody, Crystal here. We're going to do the final installment. And I recognize when I reviewed the last video that you couldn't see. Y'all, I'm so tired. Like, that was a tiring process, but you couldn't see my whole head. Like, I was chopped off, so hopefully you can see me now. I mean, I've tried to make sure that it's standing up straight and not leaned upwards. So anyway, it actually feels pretty moisturized. I mean, just from the touch, it feels moisturized. It looks nice, actually. Has a nice bit of elasticity, which is very important to me. And there you go. I have the idea that since we're trying something new shampoo, new comb, let's try something new with the products. Because I'm in a what's the worst that could happen type mood. If I was, putting heat on my hair or a chemical, I wouldn't be so, liberal. But since the worst that can happen is I have to wash it out and do something else, let's try. So I parted it where I normally part my hair. And combed it out, as you can see. And I'm going to do what I've seen lots of people do. Instead of the cantu, because I want to use the Eco Styler, I'm going to put a little bit of the Tresemme back in my hair as a leave-in. Now I'm a little not sure about this, but like I said, what's the worst that can happen? So I figure if they can do it, although I don't know if I've never known anyone to do it with Tresemme, but let's just give it a try. Okay. My hair really does feel really soft, you guys. It feels soft and doesn't feel dry. And that was before I even put this leave-in in, or, put more conditioner in. I feel so weird, like, this is going to be bad. I'm going to have faith that it won't be bad. It doesn't have to be bad. It could work. It could be the best hair I've ever experienced. All you can do is try stuff, right? So I'm going to comb it through for even distribution. One thing I can say, though, it seems that cantu is a little heavier, I think. So I don't know how that's going to affect. I guess it depends upon how the gel does. Because I actually like the product to be a little heavy in my hair. Otherwise, my hair will not separate from itself. It'll just sort of like, I'll get a lot of shrinkage, and it'll be really packed and short. So, I like it to have a little bit of, and like I said, that's usually because it's dry. I think I could actually create some Diana Ross hair, doing my hair like this. It definitely makes my, one thing about the cantu is the cantu lets my curls become smaller. Because remember how I told you my hair is just sort of wavy? Well, the cantu curls my hair up. Like, it just gives it the ability to be a little, it gives it a spiral instead of it being wavy. Because, who wants that? I'd rather have, I'm not ashamed of my race, so I'd rather my hair be become more of a further down the scale texture than it really is, than for it to not, because I like the curls, you know. I like them to tighten up. So, you know. So, I don't know. It seems really wavy. I don't know if it's going to curl up or if it's just going to remain wavy. I don't want that hair. Please curl up for mama. Don't just wave up. I mean, it's always a wave. It's not ever a tight curl, but you know, you've seen it. It's more spirally. Okay. Anyway, now I'm going to put the gel. My house is going from hot to cold. Okay. So here's the gel. It doesn't have much of a smell. There's a slight smell, but not much. It almost smells like scrubbing bubbles, bathtub cleaner. I hate to say it, but y'all, I'm nervous because this stuff is thick, and I'm just thinking, I don't know what's getting ready to happen to my hair as a result of putting this stuff in. I think it will give me the curl, though, that I like, because it's a little heavier. I'm sure one thing it'll be good for is when I want to wear updo. Because the cantu is heavier than probably this Tresemme, but not as heavy as the wet and wavy. And I used to use the wet and wavy when I first started. After I stopped using the gel because I realized it turned my hair to straw, I switched over to the wet and wavy. And that would enable it. My hair was only wavy. It wouldn't curl up with that. But it would allow me to do updos because it would flatten my hair down. Whatever hair I had down to the head, it would flatten it down really well because it was heavy. So the cantu is not that heavy to where it'll do that as well without me putting the, brushing it down, taming it with a true brush, and putting that olive oil in it. I don't know, y'all. I'm really nervous about gel. I guess I'm supposed to comb it through. I hope that this, nervous. I hope that this gives me something I can at least work with, because otherwise I'm going to have to rewash my hair out, because I'm sure if I put the cantu in, my hair is going to flake up. I don't know, y'all. It doesn't really feel like it's, I don't have my brush in here. My regular, like my serious brush that I brush this down with. It doesn't really feel like it's heavy enough, or like it's gonna actually give me the curl that I like. Hey, an experiment is an experiment. You never know until you try. We wouldn't have light bulbs and all kind of stuff if no one would have ever tried, right? Let's see. This side actually is a little more like what I'm used to than this side. So I'm thinking maybe I need to put more gel over here. It's a very different feel to it when I touch my head, that's for sure. I think the gel may actually be helping with giving me more of a curl instead of a wave. You know, I learned about wave Novu. I think it's Nouveau. Yes, it is. I remember I asked over and over. I learned about wave Nuvo yesterday, and I just thought it was a product line. I didn't know that a Wave Nuvo was a chemical. I was like, really? It's a chemical? To make your hair wavy or loosen the curls? I was like, that's interesting information. So, you learn something new every day. And I learned that a Jerry curl was a chemical. I don't think I really knew that. I thought a Jerry curl was like, people put the curl, because see, if I put some curl activator in my hair, I'm going to have a Jerry curl. I'm this close to having a Jerry curl just because when I put the cantu and stuff in. So, I didn't know that in order to get a Jerry curl, one had to do a chemical process to their hair. I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought Jerry curls were, you put the activator in and it activates the curls and makes them get curly. So anyway, I learned about Wave Nuvo and Jerry curls yesterday. As you can see, my hair is its own Wave Nuvo and its own Jerry curl, so I definitely don't need to put that in it. I don't know what might happen if I were to do that. Okay, well, it's starting to feel more like what I'm used to. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. Coach Carter, I love that quote, you guys. But anyway, my greatest fear is that this gel is going to do what all other gel has done to me and dry my hair out. Now, granted, I didn't put leave-in before, and I wasn't using an olive oil gel. I was using a plain gel. So, we shall see. And I don't know if I put enough leave-in, but I think I did. It seems like it's starting to feel like it normally does with the cantu. It's just a little harder to the touch than what I'm used to, which is probably going to be the amount of hold that I have. And I don't know if I need to put the olive oil in too. I guess if it's dry after I'm done, if it doesn't seem like it's moist, then I'll put it in. But one thing I can say is that normally after I first wash my hair, I can't get this much volume until second or third day. Or unless later on that day after it's dried, I re-wet it and put more cantu. So it's interesting that I can get this much volume already, and my hair is not dry. Granted, the heater is blowing on it, but no, it's not dry. I don't know about the ends. I guess I just have to let it dry. When it dries, it may curl up. I don't have anything wrong with my natural hair, okay? I don't have a problem with waves, but I do fancy the curls, okay? I do like them, okay? Me and the curls are homies, we're friends. So this is it for now, I suppose. All I can do is let it dry and see how it turns out. There is quite a bit of hair on my hands, and I don't know what I suppose it's just the way it is, at least right now. So, let me show you up close. Nice. 1414, praise the Lord. Okay, so here's the top, and here's the sides, and the other side. So, there you have it. We'll see how it turns out after it dries. Thanks for watching.